Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
And we are underway here in Las Vegas. Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19s for the touchback.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Rodgers. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Rodgers going to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the
first drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
5-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Rodgers going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl quarterback Denzel Ward. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, it was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
Now this time Rodgers will throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards that time.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
At the Dolphins' 49-yard line.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Frank Gore, the veteran who sits third all-time in rush yards. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Melvin Gordon with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Deron Harmon right there on the coverage.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going to the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And that is incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Here comes Grant on the return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. On play action, now Rodgers. Steps away to his left. And big loss here as he's taken down. Give the sack to Barkevious Mingo, the former number 6 pick. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and
and out.
now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep on the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Hunt. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. From the gun, it's Tua. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Juju Smith-Schuster. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Sam Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Devin White in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. This throw caught left side. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
3rd down.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he hit it and dropped it. Incomplete. And the Dolphins defense... The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He's going to look deep for more. And this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
2nd down pass. Intercepted. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
And it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
Intercepted by the Dolphins. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. That one is caught by Hunt. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Complete to Kareem Hunt. Out of bounds at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Tua, a final shot before half. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
To kick off.
The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And the double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Open man is Robbie Anderson. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Robbie Anderson.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Rolling to his right. Going deep, and it's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And Dominican Sue on the stop. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Eluding the pressure right. Rodgers lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Always fun to watch a big boy pick it up and go. He may need a little oxygen on it. He may need a lot of oxygen on the sideline.
Not only that, how about you and me trying to balance ourselves up here because you can feel the shaking all the way up to the booth. That big guy trying to get it to the house.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, Hunt, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
And it's third down.
Looking to pass. Tua. And Ingram holds it in. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Tua going to throw. And it'll be intercepted. With a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
A gain of 5.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
Third down.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's complete to Grant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
At the 46-yard line.
So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Going deep for Hopkins. And that is incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 31-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
First and 10.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now Gordon on first down. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Gordon, the ball.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Ball carry.
Has a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
3rd and 2.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. At the 7. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
At the 6-yard line.
They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. Closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Patrick on Wassor on the tackle. A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down now. It's Gordon, and he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon, and he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. With his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Raiders are an extra point away from taking the lead. They'll try and run it in. And he will get in to take the lead. The conversion is successful. And now it'll be up to the defense to hold this 2-point lead.
13. Vinatieri set to kick off.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and then return to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. He's back to throw. They'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Here's a toss right side for Hunt. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. To throw. Hard throw, incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. As he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Jerron Harmon right there on the coverage. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
1-yard gain.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Number 25,
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
7.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Rodgers to throw. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the rookie, Xavier McKinney. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
One final try for Tagovailoa. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over.
13.
Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? You know, you remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So for Las Vegas, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll be guaranteed a finish of no better than 500 as they drop to 7-8. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.